This is a WCCO and CBS News Minnesota Next Weather Alert.
Next weather meteorologist Lisa Meadows. We are under a next weather alert for severe storms, and here's the latest. Within the last 15 minutes, we had a tornado watch that has been issued. It is for all the counties here in the yellow from Mankato off to the west. Tornado watch until 8 p.m. The setup is favorable for destructive tornadoes, winds, and also hail. This is the first tornado watch of what we anticipate will be more. The system is firing up storms to the west, and those will continue to progress to the east. So it is likely another tornado watch will be added to locations including the metro and counties to the east. This is just the first watch that has been issued in place. Now, here's what the setup with the storm system. We have our low pressure system in place. We have our warm front. We have warm, moist air getting pulled in from the south. These dew points are climbing, one of those severe weather factors that is in place and the setup for severe weather. Now, as we zoom in a little bit closer, we had the rain earlier this morning. We had some storms, a little bit of hail, wasn't too bad. We're in the lull between systems, at least here in the metro. Cloud cover is in place, but we're seeing development of storms off to our west. So as we turn on the lightning tracker with this, you can see where that line of storms has fired up and just starting to make its way close to the Marshall region right now. Looking at some thunder associated with these thunderstorms, and also had one severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. Before I get into that, I do want to show you that this line that we're tracking, it's from to the west of Montevideo, is south all the way into the southwestern part of the state, and we'll watch as this line continues to march its way further to the east. And within this line is where we could see some embedded tornadoes, damaging winds, and also large hail. So here's the first severe thunderstorm warning of the line that has just popped up. It's well off to the southwest. You can see Valley Springs. Here's Sioux Falls. So it's just to the east of Sioux Falls. This storm is moving to the northeast. It's about 50 miles per hour. So I did time this out for some of these locations ahead of 1:30. You're looking at about Beaver Creek with the storm system starting to make its way in. The hail potential is 1 inch diameter and hail wind speeds coming in at 60 miles per hour. But again, that's the first of what we anticipate to be many severe or also tornado warnings throughout the rest of this afternoon and this evening. So let's take you through our next future radar. We have that line of storms further off to the west. Now, line of storms going from west to east, that's oriented from north to south. We've seen that with the severe setup before here. What we have to watch is if we get any supercells out of this storm system, maybe even ahead of that line. Supercell storms are the storm structure that sets up those large, long track tornadoes or very large hail. And that is a possibility even ahead of the line of storms. So that is something we'll have to keep a close eye on. Either way, we're still going to have to watch that line of storms because you still could have tornadoes within that line. They may not be as large, but they're obviously still destructive. Also, when you have a line of storms like that, you have straight line winds that can come out, thunderstorm winds that are sometimes just as powerful as tornadic winds. And then, of course, you still have the hail coming with it. So this is going through the next few hours. We march the line of storms in toward the western part of the metro area. As we go into afternoon, evening, dare I say, unfortunately, looks like the evening commute could see an impact here in the metro. We continue to see this line of storms make its way from the metro further off to the south. We watch them move through even 5, 6 p.m. This is the time that if you can head home now before the evening commute, stay at work a little late, wait till the storms blow through before you hit the roads. That's the best bet with these storms because the timing does roll them through. As we go into about 7, 8 p.m., we start to see them make their way into the western Wisconsin area, and then we start to see the activity push further off to the east. And we could have some residual shower action still going on through tomorrow morning, but the severe weather threat looks to end by about 10 p.m. for most of our area, and then the system does clear on out of here. Now, the reason we are keeping such a close eye on this system, it's a high-end severe weather threat. For us up here in the upper Midwest to get a moderate risk, it's pretty rare. Moderate risk is what we have. It's a 4 out of a 5. That's this darker red color here, which does include the metro area. And this is for that potential of some of those large long track tornadoes or very large hail we'll have to watch from this system. Still, though, an enhanced risk is a 3 out of a 5, and that's here in this other red color from Marshall, Alexandria, further up to the north. So the severe weather threats, again, on the higher end of the scale with the winds and also hail. We're talking large hail issues, straight line winds, and then the tornado threat, again, for up here in the upper Midwest. This is pretty high for us here. So that is why this is absolutely a must. Have a way to get any of those warnings. Make sure you have your cell phone, the alerts on with that, and know where your safe place is, especially this afternoon and evening, wherever you're at. If you happen to be traveling anywhere, you want to be in a building, obviously, but know where your safe place is. Lowest level of that home or area, as many walls between you and the outside as possible. So I just showed you that next future radar. Let's take you to the Twin Cities area. As we go into this evening, like I said, we start to pull in the storm chances. It's a line coming in from west to east, and it's right about dinner time that we have those storms roll on through. Now, when it comes to the amount of rain with the system, models have been playing with about a 1/2 of an inch for the metro, I'd say. But again, once you get the heavy downpours, then you are looking at the potential of a much higher rainfall amounts. So again, the next weather alert is in place. It's go time. We have that tornado watch has already been set up to the west. It'll probably extend to the east. Have to stay weather aware the rest of the day before things thankfully get quiet. As we go into Thursday is our next rain chance. Temps go from the 60s, then we set it up for the weekend. But please stay safe as we go throughout the rest of the day today. We will be here on CBS News Minnesota with more updates on the top of the hour throughout the system. And of course, if you can safely take any photos, go ahead and do so, and please send them to us at WCCO.com/photos. Again, please stay safe and stay weather aware.